Hey, what's up, Lakerland? Duncan here. Let's talk Lakers post AD. Alright, so as many of you guys know, we now have LeBron, AD, Kyle Kuzma, Mo Wagner, Talon, and a few others. Not a huge roster, but at least we're starting to fill it out a little bit. What we really need is, well, LeBron and AD and some role players. So let's go through some of the things that we could do to create this roster. Now, everybody's going to be screaming for us to go out and try to make room, trade a few other pieces away to try to get enough money for a max contract, so that we can hopefully pick up somebody like a Kemba Walker or somebody of that sort. Here's what I personally think we should go after. One, I think we should go after a Patrick Beverly at point guard. I think we could get him for anywhere between 7.5 to 10 million. If we sell the idea of pairing Beverly up with AD LeBron, giving him a logical and reasonable chance to win a chip, he could 7.5 million. If not, bring Rondo back. Rondo would love to play with a chance to win a ring. And he would be on a solid team. Now, Alex Caruso is definitely capable of being as a bench player. And we have guy LeBron who can also run the point if need be. He plays a point power forward position. Next, I think we can continue on that trend by getting somebody like a Terrence Ross. Okay, Terrence Ross, he's a guy that could probably come on. He's played in the Frank Vogel system there in Orlando. He had a playoff run there, but he knows that Orlando's not a championship caliber team. For him to go back to a coach that he's aware of in a system that he knows with all stars or future Hall of Fame players like LeBron, AD, that's a dream come true for him. Terrence Ross could add a huge element to the Lakers. He's a solid defender, he's a good shooter, and he scores in volume. Okay, that's huge because when LeBron's passing, facilitating, attacking, AD's doing his thing, there's always going to be a need for another scorer, somebody who can score a lot of points. Patrick Beverly is more of a defensive point guard. He's not going to put up a lot of points. Kyle Kuzma puts up points, but he does it in like small bursts. You need somebody that can come in every night and put up serious points, be that third starter that can really just be the quickness on the team. Now, Talon, I think, is somebody that's going to quickly develop into an NBA player. He's got the right skill set. He's got the right attributes. A 7'1" wingspan is insane. A lot like Brandon Ingram right there. With him working with LeBron and even AD at that fact, who both know how to use their size quite well, that's going to be huge. He's going to develop nicely. I can see him developing into like a Kyle Kuzma or better. Now, I think we also bring back Bullock because he's on bird rights, which means we can go over the luxury tax to bring him back. So we can basically sign him to whatever and go over the team salary just to do it. We just got to wait until everybody else is signed to do so. And I think Bullock would love to stay in LA. He'd love to play with LeBron. He fits perfectly in that system. He's a good defender. He's a really good shooter. And he's just a scrappy little player, a lot like Beverly. Now, honestly, with Beverly, Ross, and Bullock coming off the bench, I mean, come on, that's a lot of defense. That's some serious defense right there. And then you go, of course, to Kyle Kuzma. But then after Kuzma, I think you can go off and get a guy like Jeff Green for, you know, 1.5 million. Jeff Green's somebody that can bring you 11, 12, maybe 15 points a night. He can give you like 15, 20 minutes a night. Him and Kyle Kuzma work well. I mean, they complement each other decently. Jeff Green's a little older, so he's looking for that championship ring. Um, he's somebody that he's a decent scorer. He can fill a stat line. He does a lot of attributes, and he basically fills a roster spot that isn't completely useless. So that's another point, okay? And remember, at any point, we can slide LeBron over to small forward, Anthony Davis over to power forward, and we can bring in a big man to play center. So again, LeBron can play multiple positions in this on this roster. I think we bring back. I think his name's Jero Jones. I think he done enough to get a roster spot back. And then at power forward, of course, is LeBron. Then you got Mo Wagner. Um, I can see us pushing for somebody like a Marcus Morris. That would be a pretty cool addition. Um, I think we could pick him up relatively inexpensively. He's somebody that he's a really good 3-point shooter, a decent defender, good rebounder. He would be a perfect addition to the roster, and he would use the minutes. He would fill the spot nicely. Whether or not he's willing to go from Boston to LA, who knows? But that would be a nice addition. Now, at the center position, here's where we got Anthony Davis as our starter. But I think we have an option here. I would love to see Nerlens Noel. I think he's another guy that would see this roster and see a chance to win a championship ring. And I think he'd be more than willing to come play for 1.5 or 3.5 million. What he adds is rim defense, rebounding. Now you're looking at a center position that has, you know, a lot of rim protection, a lot of rebounding. You go on the same floor with Noel and Anthony Davis. Noel's a solid pick and roll player. Um, that would be a tough combination. And then of course backing him up, I would seriously look uh, at the what's his name, Jason Williams, whatever his name is. Bring him back. Okay, he had some decent stretches there. So now my roster basically looks like Beverly, Caruso, Bonga, Ross, uh, Talon, uh, Bullock, Kuzma, Jeff Green, Jones, LeBron, Marcus Morris, Mo Wagner, Anthony Davis, Nerlens Noel, and Williams. And that's who I got as my roster. What do you guys think? Let me know. If you like it, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications. Go to the comments below. You can also see me in my later. And I'm always on. Let's talk Lakers. Peace. Duncan out.